Hey, let's go ahead and get some messages from your soulmate. Now, you could be the soulmate sending this message to someone else, or this could be to you. So, use your discernment, take what resonates, discard the rest. You'll know where it fits. Okay, Spirit, please show me. Now, soulmates are not just romantic partners. For some of you, this is a romantic partner that we're talking about. For others of you, this could be friends, family. Because we have many different soulmates on this earth, not just romantic partners like everybody thinks. All right, Spirit. So what messages from their soulmate? What is the most important messages that their soulmate wants to tell them right now? Focus on a soulmate, but be open. Okay, so first one out, will you ever forgive me? Second card, I'm trying to trust in divine timing. And you are so different than what I'm used to, but I like it. Okay. Somebody here wants forgiveness. They're trying to give you your space. They see that you're different. I am so afraid of rejection. That's why they're not coming forward right now. They feel like the stars will align and you guys will probably run into each other. First, that'll be for some of you. What else do we have here? Center of the reading, I want to come back home to you. You're where I belong. So this person sees you as home, but they're afraid that if they knock on your door, you might reject them. Okay. For some of you, they actually want to come to your physical home, but they're afraid you might not answer the door. I know I hurt you. I never intended to. So yes, this person did something that was unsavory. Everybody's going to have a different thing. And for some of you, it's going to be multiple people, They want forgiveness. It's not that I'm saying that they're taking responsibility for their actions, because if they were taking responsibility, they would reach out. Okay. They wouldn't be sitting back here hoping you guys run into each other, because at the end of the day, like, that could take forever. If it's building up inside of them and they owe you an apology of some sort because they did you wrong, it's on them to reach out, because like, we've gotten our hands slapped. Every time we put our hand in the cookie jar, you got your hand slapped. You get tired and you stop putting your hand in the cookie jar. And I think for a lot of you, you're not really showing any type of concern in this area. I think for a lot of you, you're just going about your business. What else do we have? I want to be with you. So this person really is getting that overwhelming, like, I need to reach out, because they miss you. For some of you, if it's romantic, they miss holding you. For others of you, they miss hugging you. They miss your nurturing as well, and that's the thing. Like, we can nurture people and they'll miss that about you when they leave eventually, but it takes time. And then they realize, like, that person really felt like home, because sometimes home isn't a place, it's a feeling. And sometimes home is a person, So what else do we have here? You mean the world to me. Bottom of the deck. I'm so tired of sabotaging this connection. Yep, they sabotaged it. They sabotaged it all right. And they're hoping that if they reach out, you will forgive them. I do feel like this person eventually is going to reach out, some of you sooner than later. But it's once they get through the healing process of whatever it is they're dealing with. They don't want to miss out on any more time with you. There's something, someone here, there's something about your scent. It could be the scent of your cooking. It could be the scent of your home. It could be your scent, maybe a perfume you wear or cologne or something like that. But there's something about the scent. That's random. You might actually like randomly smell this person's cologne, right? You're standing in the kitchen doing nothing and all of a sudden you just get this and you're like, whoa. And that could be grandma or grandpa, his cigarettes, he's on, he's crossed over and now you're smelling cigarettes and you're like, all your windows are closed. There's no one home, and you get this whiff of smoke and you're just like, that could be them, So for some of you, this is even a crossed over loved one. Okay. But for others of you, this is someone who literally went out of their way to sabotage the connection to where there was no more. You know, there is no more. You guys are not even talking. It's a big theme, you know, with all this energy in Pisces that we have right now. It's like we have one foot in the past and we have one foot on ground. And it's like there's something still in the past that's holding us back that we want to wrap up, so that, you know, there's certain people, like karmic cycles, that we need to wrap up. And there was maybe people that were left behind that should have never been left behind. And it's up to these individuals who sabotaged everything to go back and collect what they left behind. And sometimes that's a person, you know? For some of you, you're going to get an email or a text message. Okay, so pay attention to that. Let me get some more messages on this. Okay, so tell me about the I want to come back home to you, you're where I belong, spirit. Okay, what do we have here? I'm thinking about making you an offer. Yeah, so this person really is thinking about reaching out and talking to you. That does confirm. They're just trying to figure out how they're going to do it. I think on some level, for some of you, you are going to run into this person out and about. For others of you, you're going to get a text message or an email about wanting to come back to you. And I feel like this person, whoa, yeah, because they do love you. I love you. And I think you really do love this person too. Like I said, it's not necessarily a romantic partner for some of you. Like it could be, but I'm not fully getting that. I think there is a lot of love between the two of you. And I think this person is really seriously learning to value the relationship that they had with you. And I think it took losing the relationship for them to realize how valuable you really are. And the fact that we're in a new moon in Taurus, which talks about value systems, with Venus still in Pisces, it's like, yeah, it's one thing to be all up in the ethers and be thinking about the past and all this stuff, but Taurus is really asking us to solidify it, you know, bring it down to an earthly, you know, and so some people are still in the thoughts of it, but they're not actually in the action part of it, which would be Taurus, okay? But this is also about, you know, moving very slowly at a very grounded pace. This is not about rushing into anything, because it could create more problem than anything, especially if you come in like or they come in like a bull in a china cabinet. What did they hurt you about? I know I hurt you. I never intended to. Why is that? What did they do? Okay. I know they sabotaged the connection, but whoa, wow. Okay. They lied to you. I'm sorry for lying to you. So they lied to you. You're very intimidating. You know, it's funny when people don't, you know, like maybe they grew up and they always felt like they had to lie about everything, because if they told the truth, which is like, I'm sorry, 85% of the collective, there's only few and far between of us that are very straightforward and just say what we need to say and we don't mince words. But that, again, that's very few and far between. Some people will like not, you know, they'll lie to you and, you know, they want to follow their heart, but they don't, you know, because they're lying to themselves as well. And in the process, it's hurting you because you feel like they're lying to you. It's like these vicious fucking little things that we get ourselves into. They find you as somebody who's very intimidating, and they are petrified of change. They're so scared of change. And I think for a lot of you, like they weren't able to commit. They weren't, like, maybe they were lying to you. They were talking to other people. I mean, everybody's going to have something different. You know, it's really sad. Oh, and then you're so beautiful. Okay. So you got, you're so beautiful. This person sees you as like someone who just, you know, your aura is just shines light, right? But what was I just going to say? Maybe I'll come back to that. Bottom of the deck, what do we have here? Yeah, my fears keep stopping me. Fear, false evidence appearing real, right? You know, the fear again, but again, they are fearful of rejection. They're fearful of what you might say. Because it's like we can forgive, but we don't forget. We don't forget how bad it hurt when you walked away. We don't want to feel that ever again. Like, that's a shitty feeling to know that that person has that much power. And how many times do we want to cry over somebody sabotaging a connection when we're just like, I love you though. Like, what are you doing? And it just it's mind boggling because it's almost like, you know, shaken baby syndrome, like battered child syndrome, like child's playing out in the playground and everything's happy go lucky and you think everybody's getting along, and then all of a sudden somebody comes out and starts screaming at you. You just went from one extreme to the next. And now, you know, your mom or your dad or your auntie or uncle or somebody, some strangers, because people are Karens now and Brandons, you know, start screaming at you, and you're just like, what the fuck? Like, people will turn on you on a dime. Like, I'll be going down the road with my family and thinking like, okay, we're building a bridge, like we're doing this thing. And then all of a sudden, like the next minute, I'm getting sideswiped by like accusations of shit that supposedly happened in the past that I'm like, that didn't happen. But wait a minute, how did we even get here? You know what I mean? Like, how did you get this out of all this beautiful stuff that we were just doing? And that's what I'm feeling happened. And I see it more often than not, like people turning on a dime, and you're just like, wait, where'd you go? How did that get all, like, go from 0 to 60 like that? Like, what happened? And at the end of the day, what happened is this person was afraid of change. This person was afraid of having to maintain a frequency to be in your sphere. And they were saying, I wasn't ready yet. They needed to learn more lessons before they could come back and be with you. And now they realize, okay, now they're at this level, but they're going to have to actually maintain that frequency. But at the end of the day, a lot of the time what happens is we've already, like, we're getting ready to go into the next timeline. So while they're barely meeting us here, we're already jumping ahead of them. So now they got to learn how to maintain this frequency and still come up, because we can't hold ourselves back for somebody. We just can't. It doesn't matter if it's family, doesn't matter if it's a friend, a lover, does not matter. Because we can't go back to old frequencies that we've already graduated from. Like, while people are visiting your past or their own past, it's like you already burned the whole fucking building. They live there more than you do. Or they live in their past and they can't let things go. And they, you know, like, oh, this person hurt me, or my mom or my dad, or abandonment issues, and they're still blaming. It's like, okay, but that can't affect you anymore. So while you're holding yourself back from an awesome fucking relationship because you're so stuck in the past, you're sabotaging a beautiful connection that could go so far. But again, it comes back to divine timing. You hear that, right guy, right girl, wrong time. Or, you know, timing is everything. Or they'll understand in time. And usually they understand after there has been time between you two. Now we're in this Pisces energy where people are going, oh shit, maybe things weren't as bad as they really were, and maybe I shouldn't have sabotaged this because I actually really want to be with this person because they really are a fucking delight, you know? So I do feel like this person absolutely loves you. They just don't know how to approach you. So give it time. And at the end of the day, then you have to make the decision. That's where your free will is. Are you going to allow this person to come back in? Because they better have a fucking plan as to why they're coming back in. Because doing the same thing over isn't going to work. Or are they going to actually try and work through whatever issues that the two of you have so that you can find that forgiveness and that understanding and have that closure? And you either move on with them or you move on without them. So it's up to you. Anyway, love you guys all so much. I want to thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Comment. Let me know how this reading resonates with you. Yeah, if you're interested in a personal reading, thefootstepstopeace.com. I love you guys all so much. Take care. Good luck.